passengers were almost all headed for Seattle. So this was a big Seattle tragedy. The SS Valencia was a steamship that carried passengers from San Francisco to Alaska, but also ports in between. It set out and it was headed up the Washington coast. It was not only dark, but there was fog. So they had to use dead reckoning navigation. They were supposed to turn into the Strait of Juan de Fuca, and they missed it. They kept going north and ran into some uncharted rocks off of Vancouver Island. There are about 173, 174 plus people on the boat, most of them crew, but significant number of passengers. They ran onto this rock and it was near shore, but shore was essentially a phalanx of precipitous cliffs. This is the days before these ships had radio or any way to call for help. There was no lighthouse there. So they're just on their own and they're stuck, and the waves are basically slowly tearing the ship apart. The first two rafts they launch are immediately overthrown. Everybody drowns. Some crew manage to make it to shore and are able to get up the cliffs, and there's a little trail there. And they realize there's a telegraph line strung through the forest, so they can follow that to the nearest station. A bunch of vessels respond. And the problem is they get close enough to see exactly what's happening in detail, but they can't get close enough because they'll get wrecked on the rocks as well. And so what happens over the course of a day or so is the ship is just in worse and worse condition. Anybody who tries to escape, they're dashed on the rocks, they're sucked out to sea. The crews and passengers of these other vessels are watching it happen, and there's nothing they can do. In the end, most of the people on the vessel die. I think only maybe a dozen passengers survived. No women and children survived, only men, and most of them were crew.